What's up, people? It's your boy Dr. Simples. I'm back again with another video. This time, part 2. The ladies asked for part 2. I'm here to give it for them. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this men edition. Look, fellas, let me be honest, okay? I'm one of the bros. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the bros. We gang, but unfortunately, there's a lot of young mofos out there, men in particular, that just give us a bad rap. You give us a bad name, do you know what I'm saying? And I gotta expose it, I gotta put it to light and, you know, show y'all that, look, it works on both sides, you know what I'm saying? It works on both sides, the red flags. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, red flag number 1. If a man, okay, I don't even know if I should refer to him as a man. If a boy, you're 30 years old, but let's keep it real. We live in the UK. We live in Europe, Western world. The new world now, okay? If you're a 30-year-old man and you're still living with your parents, that's a red flag. If you're a grown-ass man living with your parents, that's a red flag. Especially when you've done education, you finished education, and you're still chilling and living with your... Look, I understand some cultures, like, you know, the Indian, Arab cultures, they're okay with that. They bring their parents to live with them and their wife. But in African culture, it doesn't make sense. Like everyone knows, like Africans, we talk, like black people, we talk, okay? If you 30 plus still living in your mama crib, everyone gonna know about it. It's like there has to be a valid reason as to why you are 30 and still living with your parent. There has to be a valid and logical reason. If not, then it's a red flag. So if you're mentally sane, yeah, and you're still doing maybe some lifestyle, you're here trying to doing the turn up city boy kind of lifestyle, my friend, that's a red flag. You too grown to be with your parents, you know what I'm saying? You should be feeding your babies, taking them to grad school. You should be doing a lot of stuff. I don't encourage the baby mama culture, but at the end of the day, there's so many young girls out here, 21, 22, 23, they have their kids, they have their own place. Do you know what I'm saying? They may not be cool with their parents, but at the end of the day, then they're doing their thing. They're independent. This country, you're allowed to work from 16 years old. There's a reason for that, because the standard of living in this country is quite high. So they require sometimes youths to start working to help their parents, to aid them in some way. You 30 years old, what are you still doing in your parents' house?
Red flag.
Okay. Now this one is an interesting one, because especially in Britain, there's a thing where you know, like be mean to keep him keen. You heard that saying before? Okay, so a lot of mandem sometimes, usually the European dons, they try and banter some girls, and that kind of, I don't know if that's an arousing thing. Oh, I'm bantering you, like, oh, I can call my girl this name, that name, you know, insult her and whatever. To me personally, and I think to a lot of girls nowadays, that's a red flag, because these are negative things at the end of the day. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. Insults are negative. Yeah, don't matter if you're bantering on anything, calling your girl a slut, calling her a bitch, all these words, these foul words, like, yeah, in the right settings they may be cool, but when you have a habit of calling them these foul names, and you know, these are negative things going in. Words are spells. Words are powerful. When you have these things going into somebody's brain, and if they're weak-minded, they will take that in, and unfortunately, they will replicate in their own life. They will start to feel like a bitch. They'll start to feel like a slut. They'll start to feel, you know, lesser than. But yeah, these are red flags you should have clocked from time. If a man is trying to do that as banter at the beginning, and it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. That's how I say. So if you see it from the get-go, whether you're chatting through text, whether you're chatting in person, whether you're on the date, and you hear these foul insights, and you're starting to feel like,
Man, is this guy usually talking to girls like this?
question it. Red flag, because, bruh, words are powerful, man. Words are powerful. Don't let it get to you, ladies. Words are powerful.
Red flag.
So we've got the power of the words, the aggressive insult, the negative words. Now let's go on to the physical stuff, okay? Nobody likes mentioning it, but it's a fact that happens, okay? At the end of the day, in this country, for example, the UK, like, domestic violence rose by a huge amount during COVID. Domestic violence where you're physically abusing your potential partner, or your you know, the person you're in a relationship with. I personally don't get it. But the reality is, it happens, it occurs. There's so many ladies that tell me about this, so many girls that tell me, oh, my ex used to do this, so many baby mamas telling me about, oh, this guy used to do this while I was pregnant. And I'm just like, it frazzles my brain, but it's the reality. So I'm here to talk about it. So this is a red flag. If you find a guy who's trying to be a bit too aggro, too great, very physical early on, them kind of bands like, oh, I'll fight you, or when I see you, I'm gonna wrestle you. Them things like at the beginning it sounds cute. Like the girl's like, I like it, you're getting a bit frisky, touchy. Licky. But the reality is, it's only gonna escalate, and when it escalates to that spot, when you're maybe 2 years into your relationship, and then man grips you by the neck, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I don't understand personally how a man can really go put his hands on somebody that he's supposed to love. I don't get it. Because 90% of them man them who do that, 90% of the man them who do that don't even do that to man them. They don't scrap man. I can guarantee you this. Ask them if they've scrapped man them. They'll answer. Ask them. But the reality is, if you lay your hands on a woman, use a pussy.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
You is a pussy. Okay? When you see that kind of occur, that's a red flag. Take notice of that. Don't ignore it. Take notice of that, because it's only gonna escalate, ladies. Okay, red flag number 4. If you find yourself with somebody who's always talking about themselves, they eat, they're big, they're this, for example, ladies, you're on a date. Y'all are talking, y'all are getting to know each other, and if you have just heard him chat, and he ain't even ask you, yo, what's your favorite color? I don't know. What's your favorite meal? What your family like? What's your occupation?
Red flag.
This one, it's not a big deal. If you see that, it's a red flag, but it's not the end of the world at the end of the day. It's just, sometimes it takes just telling the person, yo, you gonna ask me a question? Because I've been in them situations where I've been asked a question, but usually that tends to be, what I've noticed is when a guy does that, he's not really interested in you. Sounds harsh, but it's the fact, because if he really was, no matter how egotistic he is, he will be asking you the questions, trying to continue the convo with you and not letting you guide it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He don't rate you. Licky. Now this one. This red flag it's a bit of a tight one, because I think it's everyone does this. It's more challenging for a man to please a woman in bed than it is for a woman to please a man in bed. That is like, life skills 101. Everyone knows this. However, if you find yourself, ladies, with a man who's overly mentioning how lit he is in bed, take note to that, because that person is clearly unaware. He's young-minded, because you need to, when you understand the anatomy of women, and when you chill with genuine, when I say genuine, I mean like girls who will tell you straight off the bat, like they real with you. When you real with a girl will be real with you. Do you know what I'm saying? She'll feel comfy. She'll be okay to mention stuff like, yo, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do X, Y, Z. This red flag is, if you find yourself with a guy who keeps boasting about how good he is in bed and everything, that's a red flag. Because the truth is, and the saying I love to say, if you're really good at anything, whether it's your job, whether it's anything, this is in terms of boasting, if you're really, really genuinely good at it, it will show. You won't need to use your yappa. You won't need to use your lips. It will show. Just be humble. And that goes with a lot of things, but specifically, particularly, when it comes to talking about how good you are in bed, ladies, take note. If this guy is boasting and gassing too much, sheesh. Come on.
Red flag.
This red flag is, it's applicable to both. I'll be honest, it's probably more applicable to women, because women, y'all will roast the heck out of your exes. And then I hear it, I'm chatting to girls, I'm like, okay, you really gonna sit here and roast your ex like you didn't just chill with that nigga for a good 2-3 years? It's the worst ones is when the ladies be cussing a man that you've had a kid with. I'm like, can't be roasting that nigga like that. You tied to that nigga for life. This red flag is for anyone, mainly men, who criticize, who cuss their exes to depth. Like if roasting their exes crazily to any new girl Talking crud about your exes is not gonna get you into your new significant other's panties. It's not.
You serious?
It's not. Okay, like at the end of the day, they're your ex for a reason. You went through that individual, had a relationship. When you're in a relationship with somebody, 90% of the time you have no plan to not be with that individual. Do you know what I'm saying? You have no plan to actually turn them into your ex. Your plan and your ambition is to be with that person. So I don't get it how you can go from that to just fully cussing them like y'all didn't just go, y'all weren't in a relationship, y'all weren't saying all them soppy things, I love you and all that. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gally, if you find yourself with a man who's always chatting crud about the ex, that's a big red flag. You should really take note and see like, that's odd. Why is he chatting so much? He don't even know me like that.
Red flag.
It's a light one. It's a light one. But ladies, if you find yourself with a man who has 2 phones and he's unable to explain why he has 2 phones, that's a red flag, my sister. That's a red flag. Because, girl, why can't he explain why he's got 2 phones? It's simple. I have 2 phones because this one is my iPhone 8, and then I'll upgrade it to the one I'm using to record. I ain't gonna tell you what it is because I ain't trying to get roasted. But it's that simple. If he's unable to do that, then you have to assume. Like, you're left with no choice. You have to assume he's either a trapper, he's dirty business, or he's hiding something. Because clearly he's hiding something. Not much else to say about that one. Alright, number 8. If that nigga does not watch anime, I'm sorry, it's a red flag. Why does he not watch anime? First of all, like I said this in the girl one, if he calls it cartoons, if he doesn't, what the heck do you as a man watch? If you ain't watching sport, oh gosh, if he does not watch football or any sport, good gosh, what is he? Has he even got testosterone? Does he even have no football, no basketball, no anime. If you find it, ladies, I don't even care. If you found yourself with a man, if you've gone on a date with a man who don't like any of them, and you don't think it's a red flag, then you yourself, you're the red flag. You're the red flag. No football, no basketball, no rugby, no NFL, no anime, no nothing, no tennis, no... Even WWE, man. Even WWE. I don't rate it anymore. It's, it's entertainment, but if you don't like anything like that, what do you watch, man? Is you like Sheldon Cooper or something from Big Bang Theory?
Bazinga. Bazinga. Bazinga.
Even that nigga watches comics and like Marvel and stuff. Like he's alright. He's normal.
Red flag.
Number 9, if you can't cook, it's a red flag. Get that nigga out of here ASAP. I ain't gonna talk too much on this one. If you can't cook, get him the heck out. Period! Whew. Now the final red flag, men edition. If you find yourself, ladies, where you're chatting to a guy and then you guys are maybe getting into debates. I wouldn't say altercations, debates. Maybe little arguments. And you're finding yourself always coming out of it feeling guilty. Let me tell you one thing. That's a skill that a man has, developed over years. And I call that the delusional skill. Yeah? Delusional. When you're delusional, nothing that anyone says phases you. Like, as in, you are right all the time. Like, you don't even have logic to reason whether you might be wrong. That's delusion. When you haven't even thought of the idea of you potentially being wrong, that is delusion. Naturally, women want to submit. I get it. Men are meant to be the dominant, the leader, and the women are, naturally, the help, the aid, and then submitting is showing complete love to each other. I get that. But that's when your own logic should come in, your own self-conscious, your own self-awareness, your own, cojones, cojones, ladies. You ain't got balls, but you should have some balls to say, I'm right on this. For example, I used to do this, okay, where you'd get in a situation, your girl has an issue with you, she's bringing it up to you, you're clearly you're in the wrong. You're literally, your back is against the wall, but somehow you've been able to weave. Bruh. You find a way to twist it back on her. Do you know what I'm saying? Where you twist it back and you make her the villain, you make her feel bad, and then now she's in tears, but then now she's apologizing to you. I used to be so stubborn where I would not apologize for something I've done, but I'll find a way to make her feel so bad that she apologizes to me for making me feel like the villain. I would victim, like, it's a syndrome, victim syndrome. I don't know what the actual word for it, but when you're finding yourself with a man who's not able to admit that he is in the wrong or something, that's only gonna get worse. I'm telling you, cut it from there. When you clock it, ladies, cut it from there. Please listen to what I'm saying. If that individual in his big age is unable to recognize or like when he is wrong, it's only gonna get worse. It will get worse to the point where things that don't even make absolute logic, no logical sense, they'll still find a way to make you feel like the dumb. Delusional people, they have no reasoning. Okay, in their mind, they assume they're always right and that everyone's always against them. That's their train of thought. That they're always constantly in an argumentative mode. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Like, everyone's against me. Oh, I gotta go against what they're thinking, what they're believing, what they're saying every time. That is a big red flag.
Red flag.
Because when I say it's only gonna develop and get worse, it will, unless it's addressed and sorted out. No, don't just mention it. No. Address it. Help the individual maybe heal from this. Don't get me wrong, you know, like, I'm right most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm right most of the time. Humility is the best thing. Like, you as a person, when you show humility as a man, you feel good. You feel good because you're like, you know what? That didn't take nothing out of me. Admitting that I was wrong didn't take nothing from me. I didn't lose no points, no peas, no nothing. Like, as in, pride is the devil. That is the end of our, 10 red flags, men edition. Hope you liked it. Go like, comment, subscribe, share. I don't know, subscribe to what, but like, comment, and share. Give me, your best criticism. I like constructive criticism. Everyone knows me. I'm a joker kind of thing. There's nothing you can say to me that will really vex me, that I'm not gonna get at you. So please be open, wild out. You know what I'm saying? And then tune in for the next one.